The House Select Subcommittee of the Coronavirus, Ohio, chaired by Ohio Republican Brad Wenstrup, released a 520-page final report concluding the virus most likely emerged from a laboratory in Wuhan, China. Rob, if you want to go ahead and play this clip. Is the clip you have with Rogan, or is it a...
It is. Rogan's discussing the findings of the House Select Committee.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and play the clip.
The House released a 500-page report on COVID-19 pandemic. Key findings: COVID-19 likely originated from a lab-related incident in Wuhan, China. Crazy. You get banned from YouTube for saying that. Banned. Okay, over $200 billion in relief funds lost to fraud, with criminals exploiting weak oversight. Prolonged lockdowns and arbitrary mandates cause severe harm, economic devastation, mental health crises, and historic learning loss, while lacking robust scientific support. Policies ignored natural immunity, pushing mandates that eroded trust and harmed public perception of science. Absolutely. WHO and CDC compromised by political interference, offering inconsistent, unscientific guidance that fueled public distrust. And the key players included federal agencies, and Cuomo's administration actively obstructed oversight efforts and hid critical evidence.
Christ.
Select Subcommittee on Coronavirus Pandemic basically said all the conspiracy theorists were correct. Every single
wild.
one of them. No repercussions,
wild.
no
Go ahead,
retractions.
And did you hear that?
No,
And Chuck, did you guys hear that? He said even federal agencies and Cuomo's administration actively obstructed oversight efforts and hid critical evidence. That's from just the ground level. Fauci is the head. He's been around for how many presidencies? How many presidents? And Cheng, I'm telling you, brother to brother, you have to read this book, because only then you'll get the context of who this freaking demon is. And I'm not one of these people. So Cheng, for the left to say, oh, you guys want him to arrest, and what has the left been doing? Think of all the shit they've done to him with weaponizing the FBI, Obama spying on his freaking campaign, Russian collusion, all the lawfare, the 2 fake impeachments, shooting him in his freaking head, and the other side is talking shit like, oh, he's gonna come after us. That story is over. Nobody wants to hear it. This is accountability, bro. This freaking rat wasn't this snake. It almost reminds you of problem, reaction, solution. Okay? The problem, you get the problem, you get the freaking virus that comes out of a lab that we own. The reaction, the media, everybody comes, and then the solution is vaccines. And then you demonize people. I'm happy that you played this back. They made Joe Rogan look green. CNN made him look green because they don't want ivermectin, which, Tom, isn't that like the cheapest, most safest thing? Did they ban it?
Yeah, ivermectin was a proven antiviral. You had foreign aid workers, UNICEF workers used to be given it when they would go to like areas where a typhoon hits Bangladesh and there's all this mosquito and all this other stuff going on there. And they would give them cholera shots and they were giving them ivermectin to prevent the malaria. That drug had a purpose and a use for years.
So look, I disagree with you guys on the vaccine. I disagree with Joe Rogan on the vaccine.
Why?
Hold on.
Why? I want to hear this.
Hold on. But what I disagree with more is shutting the conversation down. So that was the number one problem in what Joe was just talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it turned out that it likely is from the Wuhan lab, but we were shutting that conversation down. Gain of function is an important and interesting conversation, but we were shutting that
Why?
down.
When you say we, Cheng, why and who was doing it, Cheng? Why were they in lockstep shutting it down on purpose, Cheng? Why? Why do you think? Why? They were ignorant?
No, yeah.
Oh, come on,
No,
dude.
hold on.
No,
Look, the establishment has certain groupthink. All the bubbles have groupthink, right? In the establishment groupthink, they genuinely believe our position is the objective position. Now, you think that's nuts. Like, oh, you privilege your own position, and I think it's a totally corporate position, an insider position, and they say we're objective. But they genuinely believe it. So, and in their mind, they're like, all of these lies are getting out, and people are dying. They got to take the vaccine. You're going to die if they don't take the vaccine. So that's why they have this, in their minds, a legitimate concern about it. And in fact, I think it is a legitimate concern if you were spreading massive misinformation, et cetera, et cetera. But my answer to that concern isn't no one's allowed to have a conversation and this is the official position. My thing is, you say that about the vaccine, I say this about the vaccine, and we fight and we fight. And then the problem with the establishment is they don't trust the American people to make their own decisions. Okay. So So I think that's the core of the problem that Rogan's talking about there, and he's right about that. Even if we disagree on the vaccine or Fauci, et cetera, the left has got to stop trying to and to be fair, again, it's not the left. For example, Andrew Cuomo. The left was against Andrew Cuomo from day one. We were against him on the COVID. We were against him on the corruption, nonstop help to his real estate donors, et cetera. So as much as I like his brother, Chris, right, I've had issues with Andrew Cuomo for 20 years. And what did the establishment do? They shut it down. They shut it down. And number one tool they have against outsiders is character assassination. So that's why I understand you guys when you say, hey, Trump, you guys are doing a character assassination of him. You went after him legally. You went after him, his reputation, et cetera. They did the same thing to Bernie. They called his supporters brown shirts and Nazis when he's like the most prominent, successful Jewish candidate in American history, right? And they did the same thing to me. Smear jobs from the New York Times. Oh, you're anti-Muslim. Hey, motherfucker, I am Muslim. Okay, so I hate the New York Times, and so, like, I mean, what kind of a preposterous lie is that?
There's the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, you guys know I'm atheist now, but not mentioning that I have a Muslim background and pretending that I'm anti-Muslim. So I've been through all those wars, Vinny. But neither side should arrest people for their opinions, shut down things, cancel culture. I mean, look, you want to talk about right-wing cancel culture? You go ahead, criticize Israel on a college campus, see what happens. Right. You literally get arrested. You literally get here. I mean, Ron DeSantis here in Florida has a law that if you're a company and you don't believe and you are in favor of boycott, divestment, and sanctions of Israel, they say, oh, we're going to take away your livelihood. We're going to cancel your government contract because you dared to disagree with Israel. Well, fuck that. I mean, is this America or isn't it? So if you're going to be outsiders, let's be outsiders. Let's rumble, right? And then again, there are things we agree on, and we should focus on those, and we should try to get those done.
We're on the same page
Yeah,
there.
for
Just
sure.
so you know, I'm all
100%.
for debate. Give your argument. We're on the Florida thing. We're there as well. But for me,
can I just say one last thing about that, though? But look, when you guys get this upset about Fauci, right, and all the things that you think he did wrong, understand that that's exactly what the left thinks about Trump.
But this is, but we have proof. No.
I know.
It's
Vinny,
different because I have proof. We have proof.
Vinny, I'm not talking about the facts, and we could debate the facts on Trump. We could debate the facts on Fauci. I just want you to understand what they feel, and what I'm trying to explain to the left is what you guys feel, and they're getting mad at me. Saying, no, they're the enemy. They're the enemy. Don't try to understand what they feel. Don't try to understand their perspective. I'm trying to get the country to talk to one another, the right wing and left wing. So as angry as you are about Fauci, that's how angry people are about Trump on the left. So now you understand why they act the way that they do. And for those, my friends on the left, as angry as you were about Trump, understand that's how Vinny feels about Fauci.
Yeah, but right? with facts and results because of him lying in front of Congress.
77 million people. Just remember that. 77 million people, every state turning more red. They want to know what the hell Fauci did.
Yeah.
We have 4 kids under the age of 12 and under, right? I can't, if I didn't have, these kids didn't have the luxuries that their dad had where I brought them to the office. Every day I was their teacher. I homeschooled my kids for the few months. You were there. Were you there?
Dallas.
You were there.
I was shooting hoops with Philly
every
boys.
day. They had PE at the office. They had classes they were taking. They had homework they had to do. It actually, for us, it was a great opportunity because we got very close during that time. But for the average person, COVID destroyed a lot of relationships, businesses, jobs, memories, a third-generation restaurant that was shut down because of this guy named Fauci. There needs to be accountability for that. Everybody is on the mindset of future looks bright, and we've been saying this for a few years. We want 1 million people to wear the gear future looks bright. If you notice one thing, I was sitting down with a few different people. The most common question being asked for me this week was, Pat, how come you don't take sponsors anymore? I said, because we want to represent what we believe in. I don't want to get here and tell you, go use this tool to shave yourself and all this other stuff, and we take $500,000 or go buy this Bitcoin or crypto or tool. That's not us. But you know what we do believe in? Our stuff that we do. If I represent any other sponsorship, it's because we love their product and we use it. Right now, Future Looks Bright, new hats just came out. These will go on. I guarantee you, when you see this thing here, and it's in front of you, and you see the 3D, you're going to see how many compliments you get of these Future Looks Bright gear that came out, the black and red, the green and white, the PBD Podcast one here that says Future Looks Bright, Valuetainment on the side. Vinny has the, which one is that, Vinny?
It's a flat brim.
Flat brim, the white with the PBD Podcast. The green is insane with the green and the white and the bottom Future Looks Bright. Go place your order. The first 100 people that place an order on these new hats will get a Future Looks Bright mug that is here. The first 100, this will be sent to you. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.